All right, let's dive right in. If you're in any kind of research field, you know the feeling. You are absolutely drowning in a sea of academic papers. Well, today we're going to talk about the specialized AI tools that are built to be your lifeguard, turning that information overload into actual usable insights.
You know this image, right? It probably feels a little too real. It's that constant pressure, that feeling that you're always one step behind, that the one paper that could change everything is buried somewhere in a pile of thousands you'll never get to.
And look, this isn't just a feeling, it's a fact. The Allen Institute for AI puts it perfectly. Research is getting more complex, and the risk of missing something huge or accidentally redoing work that's already been done is getting bigger every single day. So, what if there was a better way to handle this massive universe of knowledge?
So here's our game plan. We're going to tackle this research overload problem head-on. We'll look at a new class of AI built for this exact challenge, take a tour of the key tools out there, see how they stack up against each other, and then I'll give you a simple way to pick your perfect AI copilot.
Okay, first things first. The solution here isn't just any old AI. We're talking about a completely new breed of tools. These are engineered from the ground up for science. Think of it this way. You wouldn't use a Swiss Army knife for brain surgery, right? You need specialized instruments. That's what these are. And this right here is the absolute key difference. A general AI like ChatGPT is trained on, well, the entire internet. Its goal is to sound plausible, to sound human. But these specialized research AIs, they're trained on peer-reviewed papers. Their core principle isn't plausibility, it's verifiability. Every single thing they tell you has to be traceable right back to a source.
So now that we get the why behind these tools, let's get into the what. There are so many of them popping up, it can feel a little chaotic. So to make sense of it all, let's break them down into three main categories based on what they're really good at.
Our first category is all about search and synthesis. I want you to think of these tools as your own personal team of brilliant research assistants. They're not just finding papers for you. They are reading them, understanding them, and pulling out the key findings. We're talking about saving hundreds of hours. Consensus is a perfect example of this. So instead of you getting back a list of links, it actually answers your questions directly. You could ask it something like, does intermittent fasting really improve your metabolism? And it will analyze what all the research actually says.
And this is its killer feature, the consensus meter. For any yes or no question, it scans tons of studies and gives you this instant visual of what the science says. It's like getting a meta-analysis done in 5 seconds. It's incredible.
All right, next up, literature mapping. Now, if that first group of tools helps you figure out what the research says, this next group helps you understand how it's all connected. They show you the hidden web of influence between papers, authors, and ideas. Research Rabbit is so cool. People call it the Spotify of research for a reason. You give it a few key papers you're interested in, and it builds this amazing interactive visual map of everything related. It's an unbelievable way to discover papers you would have never found otherwise.
Okay, our final category gets into the nitty-gritty, the practical side of research, the actual writing and managing of your work. These tools are all about streamlining that really tedious process of drafting, editing, and just getting your work ready for the world. Just think of PaperPal as your personal AI editor that doesn't just know English, it speaks fluent academia. Seriously, it's been trained on millions of published articles, so it knows exactly how to tweak your phrasing and polish your manuscript so it's ready for a top-tier journal.
So we've seen the categories, we've met some of the players, but now it's time for the main event. We are going to put 10 of the top AI research tools right next to each other in a head-to-head showdown to see how they really compare.
This is where it all comes together. We're moving from looking at these tools one by one to seeing the entire landscape all at once. Let's see how they stack up. Okay, just take a look at this. This table makes everything so clear. You start to see the little differences that matter so much. For example, look at literature mapping. Research Rabbit builds this huge, sprawling network from a collection of papers you give it, but Connected Papers creates a super focused map from just a single paper. Or check out Literature Review. Aristofka can do these really deep multi-step searches, while Semantic Scholar is all about speed, giving you a one-sentence summary to see if a paper is even relevant. And then there's Elicit, which is a total game changer for pulling specific numbers and data points out of papers into a nice clean table. You see? Each one has its own superpower. So, with all these incredible options, the big question is, how on earth do you pick the right one? Well, the most important thing to remember is there's no single best tool. There's only the best tool for what you need to do right now. So here's a really simple 3-step way to figure it out.
First, just ask yourself, what's my biggest headache? Where am I wasting the most time? Is it finding papers, understanding them, or is it the writing? Step 2, just go back to that comparison grid we just looked at and find the tool that's built for that exact job. And finally, step 3, just play around. Most of these have free versions, so just test 1 or 2 out and see which one feels right for you.
And all of this leads to a final, really big question for all of us. As these AI copilots get better and better at doing the heavy lifting, the searching, the summarizing, the synthesizing, what does that mean for us, the human researchers? Well, it frees us up to do what humans do best, to ask brilliant questions, to design creative experiments, and to make those huge conceptual leaps that actually push science forward. The AI is an amazing copilot for sure, but you are still the captain, charting the course for the next great discovery.